everyone, Ginger here and welcome back to another pastel painting, and as you can see we are working on another pastel meadow. This time it's a small one that I did previously called Fields at Dusk, and we are redoing with a bit more of a warmer tone colour palette with mostly blues and purples, and we are still sticking with our purple theme thanks to you guys. So I just want to introduce this video. Please stick with me to the end to see the actual finishing up of this, and also check out my other videos if you want to see more tips, tricks and work with pastel. I want to thank you all for joining me today and hope you enjoy this video. Right, let's get started. Now obviously we're using a previous painting as our inspiration for this one, so we are not going to keep it quite the same, but we're going to change up the colours, so let's see what we can do with it. What I want to do is get my base coat down. I want a really nice vibrant blue, so I'm going to use this, which is a violet blue. You can see it's such a gorgeous colour. It's almost all over. I'm going to add some dark, but only right at the bottom, and maybe a couple of patches here and there. But realistically what I want is the majority of this to be this beautiful blue. We are using Canson's Matron's Touch, which you can see right there, so hopefully that makes sense. Use some dark. I'm not going to do my usual framing technique on this one, I just want a nice selection of patches. And of course then we have DVD driver. Classic really. Right, that's where our horizon line is. Let's get some water on this. I love the fact it always looks so dark until it starts to dry, and then suddenly it's a lot paler. And that's always going to happen with pastel, because basically the water always makes the pigment darker. That's fine. You just have to bear that in mind so you don't panic when you see it. To avoid the darker areas for the minute and just try and get as much as the lighter one down before I start doing the darker patches. Sections. Of course right now I can't really see what this is looking like. Shortly. I have confidence. Hopefully you guys have got confidence too. Just remember, if you don't, it absolutely doesn't matter, because you can use mistakes to create texture, difference and interest in your painting. If it wasn't meant to be there, it doesn't matter. Make it part of the painting. Otherwise, if you're really not that happy, paint over it. That's the nice thing about this lot. Right. Let's run it. There we go. Right. What I might do is get the heat gun out and just get that going. How's it looking? Right, now we have this wonderful, weird light blue kind of mass going on. Right, So, first things first, I want to do the sky. I want to do it in lavenders, pinks. Let's do. What do we want to do? Should we do pinks or do pinks? I want blue pink. I'm just going to do this blue pink. Actually, do we want to get this sun in? No, we'll get the sun in first. Right, let's get the sun in first. So we want a cool sun, so yellow with a kind of cooler yellow. So I've got a white yellow, which I think we'll do first. Which makes it our lightest part. And we will come back to that colour, don't worry. This slightly. I only did it as a small patch on my original, but it's the whole fun of this, taking a previous piece and just having some fun with it. Right, so there's our sun. I'm just gonna white in there. We're going to get our pink. This is quite a strong pink, so see how this works. Right, so now we have a sky. Isn't that crazy? Just gonna smooth some of it out, as I usually do. Right, look at that. It's 3 easy steps and straight away I've created a really nice kind of sun going down sky. So now I want my hills. I'm kind of grey blue for this. So I'm thinking this might do. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. You say, oh, just how I envisioned, because it's not, but that's the whole point. Oh yeah, that's worked really well. And I want to bring that down slightly. Slightly there. I want to get some of this in. I haven't put the darks in yet, but I do want to, because it's such a gorgeous, it's kind of a navy, but it's a light navy, so it's almost a neutral colour. I do want to get some of that in before I put these darks back in. Just because if I've got a colour in my hand, I don't really want to have to put it down unless I absolutely have to, but at the same time, sometimes there's a colour you find that's just so perfect, you're just like, I don't want to put this colour down, I like this colour. And that's what we've got here. Right. So now we have distant hills and some of our foreground colouring going in, which is good. That's what we want to see. Keep knocking my cloth off, which doesn't help. Right. Right, now I want to get some of these darks back in. So I don't want to go for a dark green. Probably do, but I want the dark green, but I'm going to add in dark blue as well, because green's great, but it's also not quite what we're after. So you see, there's the green going on, but it's not, yeah, not quite right, I think. It's quite a sniff green I've got, and it's a Jackson's. Is this one a Jackson? I think it's from Mount Vision, but for whatever reason the glue on the label had stuck to the pastel, which really means it got wet at some point, and it just, yeah, causing unpleasantness, shall we say. I love this. It's like a really dark grass green, so it's great for doing like a, it's not dark, but it's a good mid-dark. How are we looking? Still looking slightly weird at the moment, but that's fine. It's kind of what we want. So, right. Now we're going to add our dark. So this is going back to the blue that we used earlier. It's such a good colour for this sort of thing. Just keeping everything relatively loose. I have possibly put too many layers on here, but I'm not too mindful of that actually. So I like how the pastel's layering. It's layering really nicely. So I really want to. more definition on that tree and hill line at the back. More this blue down here. Right. Throwing my glove on the floor. Now, before I get too far into the rest of the colours on the grass, I really need to bring these down into this. You won't get them white. You will get some of this yellow. Some of the pink on this. On the hill there. There's our light. Now going back in with this beautiful blue that we used for the base colour. You'll see, as soon as I put it on, it's just such a beautiful colour. Working down, painting, just occasional, just light taps. You can see it's creating this beautiful texture. At least I hope you guys can see that. I think you can. Right. This one, I might put little pink flowers in. I'm just looking for where I want the light and where I then want the flowers and the colour to kind of flow. Apologise for the noise in the background. The usual fun and games at this time of day. Tourists and people badly parking. So that's kind of the rough laydown of colours. Now I'm going to start getting in just some of where I want these flowers. The idea being that these flowers in theory were white, but because of sun going down, they're not. Spreading them out, and then as they come down, I'm just making them bigger with more obvious groups. They don't have to look like flowers, they're just here to represent. Right, so that's the start of the first load of flowers going in. And then what I want to do is I get some of these grasses in. And I'm not throwing this on the floor.
Eu já cansei de te chamar pra tu sair de casa, mas você só continua com essa enrolação. Já cansei de te chamar pra tu sair de casa, você só continua com essa enrolação. Eu já limpei e arrumei o que você pediu, enquanto você tinha outra coisa que arrumar. E mesmo assim te esperando você não saiu. Falou que falta eu botar água pra esquentar. Eu já cansei de te chamar pra tu sair de casa, mas você só continua com essa enrolação. Eu já cansei de te chamar pra tu sair de casa, mas você só continua com essa enrolação. Depois da tua cozinha, banho, roupa e pia, parece sempre que há uma coisa pra fazer. Já te falei que compromisso não pode esperar, mas você sempre arruma coisa pra se enrolar.
There's some of the darker colour grasses. I want to put some lighter ones in, but I don't want them pink. I might do them in a mid-purple. This will be lighter when you compare it to everything else that's going on in here. Yeah. I'm just doing grasses in little clumps where I feel like it's to do so. Okay, now this is going to seem really weird, but I'm going to get some of these yellow flowers in now. I want less of these, so I'm going to press quite hard. to that side. We're kind of drawing the eye. Still drawing the eye. In that direction. How are we doing? Oh, oops. Sorry guys, I have somehow knocked you at some point. And you're no longer pointing in the right direction. I have no idea why. Let's just fix that. Hopefully that's a bit better. So you're going to bring your shutter down a little bit. There we go. Is that a bit better, you guys? Hopefully it is. Right. Now the question is, what more do I want to do? And do I want to do any more? I've got a lot of deep blues, a lot of deep pink, well not deep pinks, but a lot of pinks, a lot of kind of violets in there. I just kind of think, actually I probably don't want to do anything else. I do want to kind of get another pale colour in, probably pale pink. I really need it to be quite a spindly kind of. Basically, it needed to be a pastel that I could actually. Kind of better, kind of not, kind of better. Get that one out. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Kind of like where we're at with that. Use what's left of this beautiful navy blue. My initials in the corner. We'll get the heat done. I've thrown the cloth on the floor again. Should do a counter for how many times I threw my own cloth on the floor. I need a proper hook. I think that's actually what the problem is. Right. Let's get the heat gun out. Right. Well, that's looking considerably better, and I absolutely love the colours, and this is just such a beautiful kind of, I'm not going to say warm, but it is a warm toned dusk kind of colour. And I know that my other smaller one that's similar that I did, which is Fields at Dusk, is more of a blue toned rather than a pink and purple toned one, and therefore is slightly cooler than this. So a warm toned dusk. I hope you guys really liked it. Remember to take a look at this video next if you want to see more tips and tricks, or you want to do another paint along. Obviously, let me know if you have any work. I would absolutely love to see it. So please make sure you tag me on Facebook so I can check out your work as well. Otherwise, ta-ta for now, and I will see you all soon.